Hey guys, Daniel Karmi here, and today I am coming with a demonstration of a fully functional working scan bridge in Minecraft. I don't know how to call it. The bridges that they come up and they come down. I don't know how to describe it. So first I'm going to show you what it does, and then if you want you can leave the video, and for people who are interested in how it works and how to make one yourself, you can stick around. So you come into the city, you're greeted with this bridge. You press the button and the bridge opens up. Takes a little bit time, and now the bridge is open, everything comes up, and when you're done you come to this side, you press this button, and the bridge closes again and nobody can come in. Of course you can move around where you want these buttons. Everything is fully adjustable. If you're wondering why I have this, it's because slimes were annoying me when they were spawning on the flat map, so I just MC edited this a lot higher, this platform, so I don't have any annoying slimes. Once again, press this button and you have this thing come up, and now it's open. You come in here, press this button, and it comes back down. And because it's made out of fences and not solid blocks, if you accidentally do something like this, let me show you. If you accidentally stand here and press the button, you're not going to get suffocated. You're just going to glitch into the block until you decide to go wherever, and then you locked out again. So there's two mechanisms that do this, the open and the close mechanism. And the open mechanism is much more complicated. So let me explain how to do it. If you're just interested in seeing this, you can leave the video now. If not, you can stay, and I'm going to show you how everything works. Alright, so if you're still here, that means you want to see how it works and potentially some tips to make your own. I'm not going to do a block by block tutorial because I find those are stupid, because if you want to learn how to make something, saying put this block here, then this block here, then this block here, isn't going to teach you. You need to learn the ideas of it and build it yourself, or else you're never going to be able to make stuff by yourself. So this is the up mechanism. This button is the button on the outside of the gate. So if I push this, you'll see I have the sand or gravel come up and then fall back down to push it up. And so basically what happens is, let me give a little demonstration, that if you want your, let me get some pistons. If you want a series of pistons to come up and then down, you need something like this. You need a series of them. Oh, I just spam clicked it by accident. So you need something like this. And because you can't just put them all together at once, you need to do a specific order if you want it to really work. So if the bottom piston, this piston over here, is 1, and the top piston is 3, and the middle piston is 2, and you want all three of them to extend and go from 3 blocks long to 6 blocks long, and then come back, the order you need to do is turn on 1. Well, actually, if 1 is this power here, 2 is this power, and 3 is this power, you need to do this. Turn on 1, turn on 2, turn on 3, turn off 3, turn off 2, turn off 1. Oh, I'm sorry, this has to be sticky. Sorry, let me undo that. Yeah, you have to make the sticky pistons or else they won't retract. So same thing, you have to turn on 1, turn on 2, turn on 3, turn 3 off, turn 2 off, turn 1 off, and then turn 2 on and turn 2 off, and they'll come from all the way up, all the way back down. So basically, if you have a whole row of these, each row is joined together into one input, as you can see here, which means this machine is designed to turn this on, turn this on, turn this on, turn this off, turn this off, turn this off, and then flash this. And that is the mechanism for pushing the sand 3 up or gravel 3 up and then making it fall back down. So the way that's accomplished is that I have a stack of 3 RS NOR latches or memory gates. A memory gate is basically built like this, and this will remember what you put into it. So if you have 2 buttons here, sorry if this is kind of boring, but if you have this here, I mean this one I'm showing here, when this block here, I'm just placing it so you can see which one is lit. So this is off. If I press this button, it turns on, and it stays on even though the button turns off. And it remembers what I put. And if I want it to shut off, excuse me, if I want it to shut off, I press this, and then it shuts off, and even though this shuts off, it remembers. So it's an RS NOR latch, or a memory gate. So what I have is, if you remember, it's the same thing here, just instead, I have one of them has a repeater instead, so there's no backflow of energy, because a repeater also acts as a diode, which means it's one-way energy. So if I have a repeater and I power this, it'll power both pieces of redstone joined by a repeater, but it won't flow in the opposite direction. So that's what a diode does, and you also have to know that idea to understand how this works. So basically, you'll see later why I need one of them to have this. So I have 3 RS NOR latches stacked, and then when I press this button, redstone goes down here, and it powers this, which in turn flips all of these off, and when you power this block will get power because this block is directly powered. This will get power because this will shut off, because this will get power because this block will this redstone torch will turn off, which means this block doesn't have any power, which will turn this torch on, and this will get power. And this one will get power because this is going to shut off, which is going to turn this on, which is going to turn the block on, which is going to power this. So each one gets power. And each one, so if you need the bottom one to fire first, then the bottom one has a repeater with 1 tick delay. The next one is a repeater with 2 ticks, and the top one is a repeater with 3 ticks, meaning that it goes in order 1, 2, 3. And even after it shuts off, because the button shuts off, since it's an RS NOR latch, it doesn't shut off the actual power here. Then, after that happens, you can see that this actually splits up, and it goes here until lots of delay. So all of these repeaters are stuck on the highest setting, so it's just lots and lots of delay. And then, after the delay, it shuts this off and does the same thing in order, except now this has the least delay, this has more delay, and this has even more delay. So then it turns on 1, 2, 3, and then shuts off 3, 2, 1. And now, for the idea that it has to flash number 2, this power continues to turn number 2 back on. And then this gets power here because when this turns on, it sets this off, which goes all the way back here and shuts it back off. So that's why the last block takes a little bit long to go down, because of the last flashing too. I hope you understood all of that. So powers all 3, takes off all the way power, and then the second one flashes, and that comes back down. Now, to push the fences from the top back down, you have this mechanism, which is a little bit simpler. Now, the reason this is so simple, even though you would think it's just the opposite, is because you don't need it to retract all back into a neat fashion. You can just have it staying like this. Let me put down some more pistons to show you. Now, if this was an inverse, an upside down version of the last one, then what you would expect to happen is all three rows of pistons extend, and then they all retract and come back neatly into the starting position. However, since this is the top version, I don't need all of that extra stuff. All I need is for it to extend all the way and then retract. Excuse me again. The reason I don't need it to retract and I don't need to spend all that time is because when this pushes the fences up, the fences are going to reset this for you. So the fences, when you have them, let's say you have a block here, imagine that these are fences. When they're being pushed up by the bottom mechanism, it'll push the entire thing and reset it. So basically, you put one of these underneath, one of these on top. So it's pretty simple. And the top mechanism to push down is up here in the cage up here, and the other one has to be underground, so it's down here. The same mechanism as before. So thanks for watching. I hope you can go and try to build one for yourself. It really is cool. This video was inspired by another video, of which I'll put a link in the description. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.